Senator from New Jersey.
I ask consent to speak for up to 3 minutes in debate.
Without objection.
Thank you, Madam President. I rise in strong support of S.J. Res. 68. Senator Kaine has done, distinguished member of the Foreign Relations Committee, done an extraordinary job here in riveting our attention to a congressional responsibility that is paramount. It calls for the removal of U.S. troops from hostilities against Iran that Congress has not authorized. One of the most consequential decisions we make as members of Congress, I've been called on more than one occasion between the House and the Senate, is whether or not to send our sons and daughters into battle. It is a decision that is about life and death and national security. The Constitution delegated that power to only one institution of the entire federal government, the Congress of the United States, to declare war because of the severity of the consequences of the decision. And it is up to the Congress to ensure that the executive branch, whoever sits there at any given time, utilizes all the tools of diplomacy it has to keep Americans safe, and that there is an effective check on executive power before we send our children off to war. So I stand in strong support of the resolution. This body must assert its congressional privilege. Now, of course, the President has the right to take action to defend against imminent threats to the homeland and to America and abroad. No one disputes that. Senator Kaine doesn't dispute that. None of us do. But the President does not have the authority to engage in any military action that he likes. We have been hearing from this administration that there is a red line. Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. I agree. But if at the end of the day that means that to enforce your red line, you're going to take America to war, then you must come to the Congress of the United States and seek that authorization for war. What I hear from the administration, oh no, we have Article 2 powers. Oh no, the 2002 resolution that had nothing to do with Iran, never envisioned, is so tortured to be able to suggest that that is an authorization, is authorization for us. Can we sit back and contemplate that possibility? We cannot. We cannot. And so, as someone who voted against the war in Iraq and served in Congress in the debate whether to authorize military action, I can assure you that it was not its intention, the 2002 resolution, and it doesn't comport with the history, the use, or the plain reading of the text. I'm gravely concerned by the administration's efforts to build a shaky legal foundation for the explicit purpose of carrying out into ever longer wars, including potentially against Iran. Before we vote to ultimately decide that, it should be the Congress of the United States that should make that decision on behalf of the American people, looking our sons and daughters in the eyes and saying, yes, this is worthy of the national security of the United States. I will vote to send my son and daughter if the cause is right. But if the cause is not right, I will not vote to send my son and daughter or anyone else's sons and daughters. That's what the debate should be had here. That's what Senator Kaine is trying to do through this resolution. And I am concerned that some of the amendments being offered is simply to undermine that. And so I look forward to joining with Senator Kaine to passing the resolution as well to opposing some of the amendments. With that, I yield back.